Taking a look at AQ World Infinity's Game Dev Story Week 5. So this is the design notes. Now, there was nothing for Monday because it was a holiday, but Tuesday is where it gets started. Per usual, we started the week off with a full AQ Worlds Infinity team sync-up. We made some unexpected progress over our 3-day weekend. I'm going to dump everything below in a quick top skim bullet point. So there's some icons. It's actually really neat. Those are class skill icons. So J6 made a master spreadsheet of all the existing AQ Worlds icons. Diagon and J6 are going to prioritize classes that are being converted and redraw them. Combat. Spider knocked out most of the combat items already. That was a huge list. Immortal Joe added attack power and spell power into the damage calculators for the base classes. This means levels will be factored into the damage numbers in the next text. Immortal Joe is testing the changes. If all goes well, we'll do another internal test of combat early tomorrow. Dialogue cutscenes. Particles in APOPs now fixed. Suspense APOP function, which hides and shows different actors added. Fader controls are back. Devs can now tell scenes to fade in or out. Hierarchy is now set to page 0 instead of 1. Actor size bug fixed. Feature requests. Issues. Need to be able to resize asset bundle prefab. Cinematics need to be able to play and stop with no input needed for players. Dialogue 20 is failing on cinematic load, but there is no error being thrown. The Bludrut map quests and machines. Rain says the quest objectives and machines are working. Need to review slight issue with new APOP talk objective. Floor 1 is done and ready for a run through with Artex. Shaders, am I right? Oh, look at Ghost. That is a funny little one. Uh-oh, we updated the shaders. Did you try turning it off and back on again? This actually fixed it. And I was all ears about it. Look at his ears. But then my ears get super big. Bugs fixed for the hair masks found. The mask was being applied to the region of the sprite and not the full texture size. So now the mask lines up with the entire texture. Okay, after further testing, it looks like the fix for the broken hairs worked, but broke the working hairs. That is usually how it is. You fix one thing, you break 3 more. Monster footprints. Almost all the monsters were converted by Friday. Whoa. Need to apply these changes to templates and some of the artists' folders. Wow. NPC spawn editor. Yoromi added an in-game editor to let devs place NPCs with requirements, updating pads to allow multiple monsters to be added to a pad. This will allow a spawn per type of monster on a single pad. Next up, character customization, barbershop, and monster editor tools. So they're really going gung-ho on making tools. That's their go-to right now because the more tools they have to make things easier for future content and future, creation is going to be so much easier. Something they should have done with AQ3D, but I mean, Unity is a whole new thing that they were just getting into making AQ3D. So that was a good trial run. This one here, they kind of know what they're working with. Wednesday, Bubble, Toil, and Trouble. The AQ Worlds Infinity team was working on mage, spell effects, and combat and Bludrut today, but I will not have any details until tomorrow. That's because I was not there today. To be continued. Thursday, third time is a charm. Investigator, hey Artex, where were you yesterday? I went to an undisclosed location to plan out the next 3 months of AE's games, projects, and releases with Elena. So you took your laptop to that old book and record store? Were you following me? And now everyone was sitting here within earshot of you guys at the book and record store know exactly what all your little indie game studio is going to do for the next 3 months? Possibly. And you probably said the part about the Friday the 13th and Talk Like a Pirate Day landed on the same release extra loud? You really get me. I like that about you. All right, what is going on with Adventure Quest Worlds Infinity? Game art, skulls, and particle system fixes. We got a little gif here of the Earth Thief. Pretty neat. Ran into some weird particle issues during today's Bludrut review. We fixed them so the particles now scale and flip properly with the monsters and NPCs in both the world and in the APOPs. another image, but look at that bubble. Woo. That is nice. No, I am here for bubbles. The mage class has a spell that casts a shield. In the web version, it was just a quick animation, but in AQ World Infinity, we're going to display the shield with animated art that stays on during the buff. We wanted to do something like the shield that the droids from the Star Wars prequels used. J6 found some existing art from AQ Worlds that made a good base. Ghost animated the bubble appearing. It was off to a good start. Ooh, I like that. That looks really, really cool. Now, I am concerned. I'm looking at the position of where this bubble is. I'm a little concerned because the armor he's wearing is small. But for people like me who wear bulky armor, quite often the bottom of our feet are exposed outside of ground runes. So there's very few ground runes I can actually use because it looks weird when the ground rune is behind me instead of under me. And I feel this bubble might do the same thing. If the devs are watching this, please test it with a large thing. Make sure that your character is circumferenced inside of that bubble. Ghost added some effects inside the shield. He also flattened the part near the feet, which makes it feel a little more natural. So we have officially started down the rabbit hole of improving class skills and icons. On the topic of skills, Ice Baby. Here is Ghost's prototype of the Ice spell. While I think this looks really good, there's not much distance between the player and the target monsters, so we'll need these projectile tails to be a little more squat, especially when we cast a spell at point blank range. The visual effect of our hand, which launches a blast, will be equally important. Fire, fire, fire. Immortal Joe and Ghost really want to keep AQ World 2D art style prominent in the particles. You can see it in this fireball and the ice above. They are not simply Unity particle systems. They use our artists' art at their core and are augmented by what Unity's particle system can add to it. Personally, I love seeing the effort and love being put into this. Oh, nothing you see on these posts are ever final. It's a very organic flow. I love working on games and sharing stuff with you. As you see and comment about stuff, the team shares interesting things they see on X, Reddit, Facebook, etc. with the team, and we talk about it. It was a lot easier doing this back in the 2000s before social media, when all we needed to do was look at the forums. It's not a perfect flow, but we are all part of this story that is unfolding. See you tomorrow. And then Friday was posted the best day of the week, but there was, I guess, nothing done on Friday, or we never did get that design post. So what can you do? But anyways, yeah, this is coming along. I like seeing this progress. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.